Alrighty, ruin cuckoo to you and all my nobody's no watching out there. Let's continue on now that I've spoken way too long about this thing. It's probably why I still respect him so much. Oh well. Time to follow suit and make myself scarce. That's totally like... I'm not even gonna... Never mind. I just, while I was listening to this mess around on an app, and I was just like, oh wow. I shouldn't have done that. That was not like a dramatic thing. It's just like, oh, that did not turn out how I expected. It seems similar to this circumstance somehow. The time comes for me to meet up with Kadir and hopefully D'Angelo too. The last position on my list. This better be good. And that is D'Angelo's agency. Looks like a dump. But he's like the best looking Nosferatu you know, so shut up. I think he's Nosferatu, right? I'm pretty sure he's Nosferatu. Perfect for the clan of the hidden. Yes, yeah, no, he's actually a pretty like, Nosferatu generally look so bad that they are a masquerade violation. They were walking masquerade violation. So he kind of just looks ugly, as opposed to that is what, dear God, what is that thing? Like Princess Bride shit, like cut off your tongue and your lips. It's like, no, you can, but your ears will stay perfect while I cut off your everything else is so you can hear perfectly how every child, every woman, everyone you pass by exclaims, dear God, what is that thing? It's pretty fucked up. That's basically what, yeah, he can pass for, oh wow, he's not, he's like, he looks like a guy. He looks like an ugly guy, but he still looks like a guy. Like, maybe he's like, thin blood? I don't know. I thought he wasn't in. I thought he was missing. And to be honest, I kind of expected the worst. Why would we look for him in the most obvious place? I mean, that's where you wouldn't expect them to be. And they can be invisible. So, it's a good place to hide. I've been asking around and I've got a hunch. Just trust it and start looking. Fine. Who's D'Angelo anyway? He's a good man. A useful man. But it took me time to get used to him. He takes sleuthing very, very seriously. He's just fucking Always Sunny, just conspiracy board meme. This thing is acting like a idiosyncratic noir detective. I heard it helps him cope with something, but I never felt comfortable tackling the subject. It was like, yeah, I'm not gonna touch that with my sword. I'm just gonna... I do have some certain toreador sensibilities. I'm just like, nah, fam. Also, I don't want to see what happens if you could, like, don't piss off the Nosferatu. Just stay cool with them. Treat them with respect. I know that's hard for toreadors, but just be cool. Doesn't that sound too quirky by this? It doesn't sound too quirky by this city's standards. Wait. What is that? There's a rat on the floor, frozen in an unnatural position. Weird shit. It's just like, it's just like, glitch. Glitch rat. Kick the baby! Don't kick the baby! Let's examine it. Despite my disgust, I picked the rodent up. Hey buddy. You want to sit on my head and teach me how to make ratatouille? Ratatouille? Was that what it was in everything, everywhere, all the time? Ratatouille. It's a raccoon. Much harder to hide under a hat. Um, that's that's what being an investigator is all about. Leave this stone unturned. And by that I mean a rat that's acting weird. Hey, real talk. I kind of feel like I see him over in the left corner there, just above your name. He's just chilling, like, don't notice me, dude. Shut up. This is so gross. What have you found out? I take a close, hard look at the rat. It's alive, but from what I see, he's just stretching out and, like, grinding his teeth without a care in the world. How does one grind their teeth without a care in the world? Is he like, why'd you stop? Like, what the? Why? That doesn't make. One doesn't normally grind their teeth if they have no cares in the world, except under certain circumstances. That's called bruxing. Bruxing? What? When a rat chatters its teeth out, that's bruxing. It's not acting panic or aggressive, so I guess he's just happy. Yeah, okay, I didn't realize that's what the term was for rats chat. It's like they... I can't do it right now. They're like this, like a whole communication language thing. They tend to communicate more through physical language, but they do use sonic. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a proper. It's not like English where you have like words and stuff, but it's more like these sounds mean these things, like many animals do. But my understanding is the rat communication is more through body language. But since they spend so much time where even they can't see, you know, with their stuff, that they would communicate certain things through, like, chittering their teeth, which they still communicate even if it's perfectly well lit. Like, it's part of the whole thing. Like, you know, like, again, what is it, like 70% of all communication in humans is nonverbal, sort of like that. Like, but they're like, I don't know, I've had rats, and I think rats are cool. Like, I've owned rats as a pet, and been like, I love you, you guys are really cool. And they will sit there, and they will just talk your fucking ear off. They'll, like, climb up your leg all the way up to your shoulder, and just sit there and tell you about your day. And it's just like, really? Oh, that's so, like, nuh-uh. That, they did not. I'd have done the same thing. Like, shit. No, you just can't have that happen, and you gotta push them over. That's right. That's adorable. I love them. I look at his face. I don't know, his eyes keep coming out of the sockets and going back in. It looks, this guy like he's in a lot of pain. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh no! His eyes keep popping out and going back in. That's not good. Has he been, like, animism to the point where he's like an alarm rat or something? Like, his only purpose is that he just sits there to be an alarm or something, and, like, that's why his eyes would do something like that, because he's not actually, like, living. He's still living, but he's not, like, he's basically a mindless sentry due to animism. So he's boggling. He must be really content. How much do you know about rats, Kadir? Because I feel like you know more about rats than I do, and I've owned rats, my guy. Like me, the player, and you're a toyador, and yes, you've lived countless lifetimes beyond me, so maybe you like rats, I don't know. But you didn't pick up the rat, and I don't You know, the bog, like, the eye thing, that I haven't seen that in personal ownership of pet rats as a content thing. With the, I'm like, I feel like, before I was like, I kind of believe what you're saying, because I'm like, oh yeah, I can kind of like, okay, I didn't know it was called that. But boggling, it's like, oh, he must be really content. It's like, the eyeball thing? That doesn't sound right at all. How does he know so much about... Never mind, I'm getting an eerie feeling. This is weird, man. I have a feeling there's a kindred hiding nearby. Weird. My thoughts exactly. It's like, I don't think he's that content. I think I feel like I'm gonna have to look that shit up if I remember. Kadir slowly approaches a secluded corner of the room. And there it is. He kicks a pile of clothes lying on the floor. I'm just a corpse. Leave me alone. Nobody's home. Nobody's home. Nobody's home. Sorry, man. Dave isn't here, man. Lucky for you, we're all corpses here, D'Angelo. You're among friends. Clumsily, drunkenly. But he's like, fucking wasted. And just like, obfuscated. Wasted, obfuscated. That's the song right there. There's potential there. Transforms into unkempt man who looks like he's suffering from some sort of skin disease. He's not that bad looking for a Nosferatu. Yeah, a true friend would just bury me. The sun's not up, or we don't have to worry about it too soon. You're fine. You're good, bro. Actually, as a Nosferatu, he has like hair, like facial hair. Pretty sure that's not common, unless that's like your part of your deformity thing. Like he looks like I mean, yeah, he knows what his head looks like because it's under a beanie and he's got big glasses, but I feel like a beard kind of hiding, like just a skin condition. You're getting off easy, bro. With the whole Nosferatu thing. Unlucky for you, we're not that kind of friends. Lucky, unlucky, schmucky. My ass. How'd you guess I was here? It's like, I'm a high-level Toreador? Kadir's like the sheriff in these parts, motherfucker. He's a Toreador. And yeah, he's probably more, you know, min-max towards killing very quickly and efficiently and horrifyingly. But it can still be like, something's weird over here. I can look around. You can still see shit. See, I've been asking around for the past few days. What I've learned is that for reasons that can best be described as nebulous, you made quite a few enemies since last year. Bro, everybody got changed since the last time I seen them, and it largely seems not for their best. Seems like some people benefited, but for the most part, no. Some people seem to have died, some people seem to have messed things up, some people seem to have assumed a new identity, which apparently everyone's just like ignoring the fact that it's the same fucking person. And maybe it's not, maybe it's somebody using something that, you know, some sort of glamour thing that makes them seem like they're the same person, but yeah, it's only something I don't know. And one of the things that caught my interest is how everyone has it on good authority that your place was raided a few times without you being found. Yet nobody has assumed responsibility for these acts. Hell, this den doesn't always look like it. Doesn't this den always look like it was just raided? Can't blame anyone for making educated assumptions. Like, no, it kind of sounds like that happened. No one would really be able to notice that they, you know, tossed your little lair here. But you would still just do exactly what you did. You would hide unless you wanted to hurt them, and you probably wouldn't be able to hurt them if they came in force to raid. So, got a hunch that these might be more than rumors. See, it sure looks like a convenient coincidence that when everyone hears something that makes them look the other way, and coincidences are for fools. Well, you've got my number, and you can see my ugly mug in front of you, so no use playing dumb, I suppose. Agreed. You've seriously spent all these weeks holed up here? Is the hunger not getting to you? It's like, I have animism, man. I'm a Nosferatu. I make the food come to me. Rats and such, like, I just make it come to me. They'll line up, like, literally line up. Ducks in a row, only it's not ducks. It could be ducks if I were in a place where there were ducks, but... Man, I want a duck now. Peking, get some Chinese, some chopsticks. Some lo mein on that. I don't know. Got a lot of critters around this area, and we become chums. Some of those rats actually got addicted to the kiss. They're coming to me every night, acting like coke hounds, begging for it. Oh wow, he can actually like feed from a rat and be like, alright, I took enough to gain something and let you go on about your day. And he can just like do that to the degree to sustain himself. That's actually really impressive, because like I know in VTMB they allow, like, oh, if you're a Nosferatu, you get, normally you would only get 1 blood point for a rat, but you would get 2 if you're a Nosferatu, because it's like hard mode basically, and it's sort of like, it makes sense because you're going to actually more easily have access to rats, especially early game, and just generally. And it's a benefit like when you need it. It makes sense for Nosferatu. But like, I didn't think canon-wise that one would be able to feed from a rat, obtain any nourishment, and let it just go on, and just continue like lather, rinse, repeat till you were like okay, like even like on a low, like a meager ration style living. Like the idea of that level of self-control is insane, because you have to use animism to get the thing to come to you in the first place. It's not like rats are just your friends on default. You still have to be like, magic powers, come to me, come. Like, you still gotta be like, come to me, ratty, ratatouille, that sort of shit. Been getting them drunk just get some rush out of feeding on them. It was a bit like slathering a horribly burned piece of pizza with ketchup, but in this situation, I'll tell you what I can get, you dig? So he's like getting them to come to him, pouring liquor into something, or just into their mouths, I guess, and they drink, and then he feeds on them, and then sends them on their way, and then they get addicted to the kiss, and then maybe he doesn't have to use his powers to get them to come, because they'll just show up on their own. Plus he gets drunk, because they probably enjoy getting drunk plus the kiss feeling. I mean, whatever, man. If it works, it works. So gross. I fail to keep my poker face. He knows this. This is a dame. It's lady, not dame, and Gaga. Thank you. Julia Sawinski, detective investigating Baron Callahan's death. Did he die though? Did he? I don't remember if he died in my playthrough. He raised his head for a short while to stare at Kadir's eyes and treat him with a vulgar snicker. Billy! Says somebody who's finally put the old man on ice. Whoever did the world a huge favor. And I totally agree with that. I don't remember if I defeated him. I don't think that's how it played out. I'm not entirely sure how it played out. I do know that he was a terrible, terrible thing, and I did not like him. And I would have been happy to do that myself, but I don't know if that's how that played out. Maybe I did, maybe I didn't. I don't remember. And I also don't know if that what I does affect this game, or if it's just like there's a canon version of what happened and my version doesn't matter. Damn. Absolutely, but I got orders to establish who that was, and I've been stumbling in the dark for the past few days. We need your help. I'll be damned. Your sleuth skills must really not be up to par if you're begging a bum for help. Fuck you, D'Angelo. You know you're a fucking Nosferatu. You might be a bum, but that's kind of a cover. You're not, like, it makes sense for you to do it. It's not like, it's fuck you. Like, you're a fucking spy posing as a bum. You're like that one guy in the first John Wick movie who's just like, you've got this much time, buddy. You better go. We're all about to be after you. It's like, dude, why are you a fucking assassin pretending to be a homeless guy? It's like, it doesn't have to make sense. I'm not exactly a sleuth. It's an unusual case. Have some dignity, man. Not exactly a sleuth. I'm just someone who was forced to act like one. That seems very Julia to say. Good for you, God. Good for you. If you stick to this trade in this day and age, you've got to be batty as hell. So the court pick you. That used to be your day job. Of course, you in the questions. As a journalist. Well, I understand that. A private investigator might be a respectable step up. No, I kind of feel like that's definitely a step down under my concept of social hierarchy, but depending on the level of journalist, it's like, are you a blogger for some independent online thing, internet thing, or you actually, like, she actually worked at a thing, like a magazine. Accidentally lets a metal flask in his hand slip out and fall to the floor, then struggles to pick it up. Kadir can't bear to watch. He's like, have some fucking dignity, man. We need your help. Dude, you have to work to be drunk. That's so annoying right now. It's like, oh my god, that's so annoying. As a vampire, you have to work to be drunk. Like, you gotta get the thing, you know, whatever you're drinking blood from, in this case rats, drunk. And then it's like, you know how hard you had to work to be drunk here? It's really almost impressive if it weren't so annoying. God, what happened to you? Gianni? I've never seen you this low before. Stress-related disorders causing disruption in my routine. That's what I think a shrink would say. This is when a lot of shady folks have to put a stake through your chest. Help us out. Tell us what you know, and we might be able to help you in return. Yeah, respect words do miss, but I think it's gonna be the other way around. I ain't telling two of you shit. Pardon my French, but until you know, I can count on some protection. It's like, no. He's like, I was doing just fine being drunk and invisible as a pile of clothes in the corner. These rats are happy to be my old minimal, meager buffet and just cycle in and out. Like, I got a good system going here. Everybody thinks that I'm not here because I'm real good at not appearing to be here. So fuck you guys. like you could cause me problems because you know that I'm here, but like also you could, if you're really cool, you just go away. Like, leave me be. Johnny. Don't you Gianni me. Cause you're all ass my. I know you're level, but wait. I know you're level, but I also know that your honor is one of the few things you care about. You want me to endanger myself. You put it on the line for me. Motherfucker, it's a quid pro quo. Quo per quid. Give me some squid. And that's that. You either promise to extend your protection to me, or the moment you step away from me, I sink into the sewers, and that's the last you'll ever see of me. And honestly, it's like, you want to go fucking find a fucking Nosferatu in the sewers? I don't. I regret sending a gangle down there for genuine reasons, as a means of, there was a reason for it. I felt bad about it. I was like, I didn't think it was going to be that big a deal. And I was like, actually, it might be kind of a bigger deal than I thought. Kira shoots me a weary sideways glance. He's like, dude, oh my god, this is so annoying. I know. He drives a hard bargain. It's like, bro, fucking help this guy out. I'm not expecting you to shack him up at your place. I doubt anyone actually knows where it is, because everyone that knows where it is either above you on the chain of command of things or dead. Like, going to your house is probably like a death sentence. Unless you're getting promoted or some shit. Scary. Especially for someone whose sense of self-worth does not exactly to be sky high at the moment. Look, you and your Toreador sensibilities, you obviously know this guy. Like, help a brother out. He's down on his luck. Don't kick him when he's down. It's not like he asked for much. He'd be happy for a... It's not like you don't have safe houses. It's not like you don't, like... I remember the place that I started out in the last one where it was just like a cell, basically, but he'd be happy to be there, and he'd probably be safe as fuck there. Maybe, but I do value my own life quite a bit. Thank you very much, friends. Kadir sighs. Alright, but 3 months from now, or the moment Prince Panhard tells me it's no longer possible for the court to offer you safety without compromising its principles, you're on your own. That seems fucking fair, my guy. That's like, I hope he takes it, because that seems fair. It's like 3 months, or, and I know 3 months probably passes quickly if you're immortal and stuff, but that seems pretty fair. Like, he's safe for 3 months in exchange for, you know, it's like, I assume you're going to give him some kind of room and board, but I doubt you're going to give him very much board and more room. You know? Because he's a Nosferatu and you guys are Toreadors, and that's kind of a... That just seems like the way you guys would roll. No negotiations. That's the only deal I can strike with you. Take it or leave it. Honestly, I still feel like that's a pretty good fucking deal. Not to say he couldn't do an easy 3 months exactly doing what he has done, and that might not be an option if he talks to us, but still, he's not exactly super safe. It's not like somebody couldn't just show up and burn the place down and he would not have a super problem. D'Angelo scratches his head, grunts loudly. He's gonna give us a thought, a little toot. Tugs on his mask and stands up. That's a jig with me, big fella. I might have strong opinions about Panhard, but hell, still on dynamite. I'll take what I can get. He's like, a little vape pen. She's like, nah, actually that's way better.